is everybody doing? Welcome. It's Wednesday night. You all are early or on time, and I absolutely love that. We're going to give it another maybe 1 minute, and then we're going to get this call started. My name is Katrina Nikes. I'm coming to you from San Diego. I'd love to hear, if you type in the chat for me, where you're dialing in from. I always love to see where all of your beautiful faces are from. And if you can, turn your camera on to join us. I like to see faces. It's just more fun that way. So if you can come off your little black screen and show us your beautiful smile, wave at me. Hey guys, just so you know, I am a nervous wreck. I'm always nervous when I host these calls. So be kind to me. I'm really excited though at the same time. Our minds don't always know the difference between nervous and excited, right? So I'm going to say I'm excited. Awesome. We got some friends from Florida. Who else is on here tonight? Ohio, Pennsylvania. What's up? Hey, Texas. Brenda's in Texas. Oregon. Awesome. From all over the place. Houston. That's amazing. Very cool. Well, we're going to get this party started. I believe we're recording. Yes. And okay, as I said, my name is Katrina Nikes. I am a busy mom of 4. We actually just started our homeschool year on Monday. Any parents out there just start first week of school? So it's a little bit of craziness at my house. I have an 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And I have the privilege of working this business from home. It is so fun. I absolutely love what I wake up and get to do every single day. So tonight, you guys, we're going to talk about this amazing stuff, the ketones, right? Chances are probably you got invited to this call tonight by someone who is like a raving fan, right, of ketones. Maybe you saw them on social media, or maybe they texted you and hit you up, OMG, you got to try this stuff, right? So if you had a friend who invited you, tell me who it was who invited you to the call. I always love to see who invited who, because that's always fun. And you guys, the cool thing about this is it's really a friends telling friends, family telling family kind of a business. That's what we do. And we're all about community and relationships. So you've come to a good place. We are a safe place, a fun place. We love to have a good time. And tonight, you guys, I'm going to try to give you information. So about ketones, what they are, how to use them for best results, maybe why someone would drink ketones. I'm so animated. Sorry, can you tell I'm a teacher? I'll try to calm it down a little. I've had a lot of ketones to help me get through this crazy day. Sipping on some right now. But we're going to talk about all the things around ketones and also how to get the best deal. I'm all about saving some money, right? So if you're here to like get a better deal, maybe find out how to get the free stuff, we're going to talk about that too. Oh, Ashley Riddle's been inviting everybody. I love it. Good job, Ashley. Nice. And Riss and Ange. Okay, very cool. I love it. All right, you guys. So without further ado, I've got a couple friends who are going to share their story tonight. And I'm really excited because you guys, I mean, I'm in it for the stories. I'm in it for the lives that are being changed. And that's what I am so excited to wake up and do every day. So I would love to lead out with a story. My beautiful friend Susan Fenwick should be here on the call. And she raised her hand and said she'd like to share her story with how ketones have really changed her life for better. Susan, if you're on, can you unmute for me, girlfriend? Or maybe Maddie has to unmute you. I could see if I can find you. Oh no, maybe Susan's not on yet. Okay, I'm gonna keep my eye out for Susan. And meantime, if anybody sees her, just wave at me. Okay, Karen, thank you. All right, so I'll tell my story in the meantime. Like I said, you guys, I'm a busy mom. I homeschool. I have a lot on my plate. When I first heard about ketones, this powder, right? It's in a packet like this. It was a friend of mine who was sharing live on social media. And she was all glowy and all happy and all energized. And I was like sitting over here in my slump. I had maybe 10 or 15 pounds I wanted to lose. I was addicted to sugar. I was testy and impatient, like moody. I was moody mom. I didn't want to be, but I was stuck in this funk. Anybody ever find yourself in a funk where you're like, man, I can't shake this off? I was just in a bad mood every day. it's hard to admit that, right? But I saw this friend of mine and she was live on Facebook going, I feel so good. And she's down 25 pounds and you could just tell she was glowing. So of course, I mean, curiosity got the best of me. I reached out to her and I was like, you know what, that stuff sounds too good to be true, but tell me a little bit more about it. If you thought, man, that sounds too good to be true, or if you were skeptical, tell me in the comments. I want to see who are my skeptics. I was very skeptical. I thought, there's no way. My background is, sports medicine, nutrition. I was a personal trainer. I'm like, you've got to do a keto diet, right? Didn't you think that? Didn't you think, oh, ketones equals you have to do the keto diet? But I wasn't up for the keto diet. Anybody here doing the keto diet? If you are, tell me keto diet in the chat. I personally never in my life have thought I'd like to take all the carbs out of my diet today or ever. I like carbs. So I was not raising my hand for the keto diet. But what my friend was sharing on social media was a drink. She made it look so easy. Tear open the packet, pour it in water and drink it. Everybody here has a throat. I was like, okay, that I can do. I have a throat, I can drink it. So I started drinking ketones. I got my hands on a trial pack and I was a first day person. I was a day oneer. I started drinking them and I immediately noticed, wow, I feel more alert. Like I feel on. I felt my brain, like the changes in my brain first. So mental clarity, that's one of the first things that people noticed. And I couldn't deny it. It was like I felt sharp. And I noticed my mood was better too. That first day, I was like peppy. I mean, happy, like excited about like everything. And the other thing I noticed first day was I wasn't hungry. And that was weird for me. I came from being a very hungry girl, always thinking about what's next to eat, guys. What are we going to have for our next snack? Big snacker over here. And that constant desire for snacks went away. My first week, I stopped craving sugar. It was so weird. I'm like, who am I, right? So those were some big changes the product did for me, and I could not deny it. So my skepticism started to just melt away, and I started realizing this stuff really works. Okay, now I see Susan is on. Yes, okay, awesome. You guys are gonna love Susan's story. She's had some incredible changes for body composition. So if you're here to know more about fat loss, Susan's going to tell her story and how she's been able to get some great results. So Susan, you can unmute if you're able to. Oh, there you are, girl.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You look fabulous. Thank you for being on with us.
Oh, thank you for having me. Sorry about the little snafu with the technology there, but I got it fixed. I'm getting better.
Oh, no worries at all. So Susan, tell me first of all, how long have you been drinking ketones?
So I drank my first keto nat on February 17th of this year.
February 17th. Okay, so let's see. March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, like 6 months, right?
Yeah, like 6, maybe 7. Is it 7? 6 or 7 months, something like that.
Okay, cool. Tell me a little bit about like your first month experience. What changed? Did you change your diet? Tell me your routine with drinking the ketones and what results you started to see.
So the funny thing is the person that shared it with me, that's the reason why it piqued my interest, because she was somebody, my good friend Karen, she was somebody that would never share something like that. So I was like, okay, I got to know about this, because if she's sharing, it's good. And then but I also thought I would go and try it and I would hate it. Like it would be one of those chalky shakes or something like that. And so I go to her house and I try it and it was good. I was like, okay, so tell me some more. And so then she tells me about the 10-day challenge. I really honestly and truly thought that I was going to get the 10-day challenge and prove that it doesn't work, because nothing worked for me. Nothing ever worked for me. And so by my first drink, I was a first drinker, like a first drink experience, or the energy was crazy. Within like an hour, I was just like, wow, what is this stuff? And then by day 3 of the 10-day challenge, I didn't care if I ever lost another pound because of how good I felt. My mood, my energy, all that was great. But by the end of the 10-day challenge, I had lost, I think it was 8 pounds by the end of the 10-day challenge. And by the end of the first month, gosh, I wish I could remember for sure, but I know it was a lot. It was like 25 pounds, or I think it was like 25 by the end of the first month.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And
Anybody here would like to lose
diet.
25 pounds in 30
Yeah.
days?
I did not
Crazy.
change my diet. I didn't. The only thing that I can say about changing my diet is just naturally, I kind of quit craving. It was easy for me to pass, and trust me, my whole family knows I'm not one to pass up a pan of mashed potatoes, okay? So, but it was easy for me to be like, I don't want them. I don't want that. I don't want those carbs. So to say that I didn't change my diet, I didn't purposely change my diet. The ketones made me not crave carbs and sugar. So in that way, I changed my diet. But had it not been for the ketones, that wouldn't have happened. Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense. The same thing happened to me. You're speaking my language.
Oh, okay.
I never tried to do any diet. I hate diets. They have the word die in them.
Yeah, right.
Like, do you realize that? Who's ever failed at a diet and then just like beat themselves up over it? Like, man, I suck. I failed again. I don't want to sign up for something like that. I literally have the shaker bottle that says drink, not diet. I am not on a diet. So I love that you shared that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, you said you were down 25 pounds in your first month, but how about now, 6 months later? Like, are you maintaining those results, or where are you at?
Within the first, by the end of month 5, I was at 55 pounds down. I kind of stayed there. I plateaued for a little bit. And then this last 10-day challenge with the 24 fast and the reboot, I got past that. And I am now, as of this morning, down 60 pounds since February.
As of this morning, holy moly. Can we give her some love in the chat? First of all, you guys, 60
it's
pounds?
amazing. It's amazing. And the funny thing is, I came to it for weight loss because I obviously had some weight to lose, right? But when I tasted it and what it was doing for my mood, I didn't care if I lost any more weight, but then I got it anyway. And it's just my whole, everything about my life is flip-flopped. Everything about my life, my mood, my mindset. My husband loves me again. I love my husband again. He's sneaking my ketones. He's
You always do. You gotta hide your favorite flavors. No,
yeah.
No, it's good. The husbands need the ketones too. If there's some guys on the call, hey, look, if a lady told you about ketones, she really loves you.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Absolutely. But yeah, he actually just did he just did his first 60-hour reboot with me too. He completed the whole 60 hours.
That's amazing. Wow, that's so cool. Who else has done a reboot on this call? I'm curious. If you know what the keto reboot is, comment in the chat if you've ever done one. That's so cool. Susan, thank you so much for being on and for sharing your story.
Of course.
I mean, congratulations. I know your journey just keeps getting better and better. And I love that your husband's on board with you to do it too. I really think there's power and strength in doing this with your significant other or an accountability partner. That makes a huge difference. So
yeah, the excitement now is sharing it with other people and seeing the results that they have. That's what I'm most excited about now, is being able to be that person that my friend was for me and share it with other people and have them see their results. So it's amazing.
I know, for sure. That's so cool. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for being on. You guys, Susan's awesome, right? We just give her all the love. I saw all the love in the chat for her. That's fantastic. And, you know, if you can relate to anything she said, if maybe you're looking for just energy, if you're just looking for better, you know, a little bit better than where you are right now, you are in the right place. And we're so excited to help you get started. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the how part and how to get started. I'm going to have my friend Scott share from a guy's perspective. He's on tonight as well. But let's talk about that how for just a second, because I know a lot of you are curious, like, what in the world? She didn't really change her diet that much, and all she did was drink this stuff. What does that look like? Well, I just like to break it down for those people that like a schedule or a how-to. If you're like one of those people, that's what we're going to do now. So let's talk about the 10-day challenge kit, and let's talk about the keto reboot a little bit, and then some supporting products so that you kind of are aware of what it looks like logistically. I personally started with just a trial pack. It was a 5-day trial because that's what I could afford, okay? But no matter where you are financially or what you're doing, start somewhere. That's what I've got to tell you. Whoever invited you to this call, if all you can get is a trial pack, do it. Start there. If you can get your hands on a 10-day challenge kit, like Susan mentioned, that is going to be 20 servings of ketones for $99. That's an awesome deal. And you can get up to 3 kits at that introductory cost. So if you've never ordered ketones before, that 10-day challenge kit is a great bang for your buck. And what you're going to get, you guys, in that kit is you're going to get some colorful packets like this. They're like all different colors. They're super fun. This is strawberry peach. We got raspberry lemonade. Here's a lime thyme. We have so many fun flavors. I could take the rest of the time for this call to tell you all of our flavors. There's so many, but there's something for everybody. And I love that the 10-day challenge kit has a variety. You're going to get to try up to 5 flavors. You're also going to get some packets that are white like this. These are decaf. So you got your charged packets for the morning and your decaf packets for the afternoon. So yes, it is advised ideally to do 2 packets a day. But if you are sensitive at all, or if you want to just start slow, you can do 1 packet a day to get started. So what I do, you guys, is I wake up first thing in the morning. I have water, a big glass of water. Hydration is key when you're in ketosis. And then about 30 minutes to an hour after waking, I will mix my first charge serving of Keto Nat and my Mitoplex. And this is electrolytes. I will not go without these, you guys. It's so important for our bodies to stay hydrated when we're in ketosis. It's a naturally diuretic process. If you've started drinking ketones at all, you know what I mean. You're going to the bathroom, right? Like there's memes about it, like must have peed 1,000 times, like because I'm in ketosis, right? Anyway, you get the reference. Mitoplex is amazing because it's going to help replenish any of those electrolytes that are lost through going to the bathroom a lot more than usual. And our bodies need that. So magnesium, potassium, sodium, all good things. This one is flavorless. So I mix it into whatever flavor I have and I don't taste it. But we also have a citrus variety pack of the Mitoplex, and I will mix that just by itself. So I'll have 1 or 2 or sometimes 3 packets of Mitoplex a day. Then you guys, I wait to eat until I'm hungry. Anybody here familiar with intermittent fasting? Ever tried it? Okay, so basically for me, what that looks like is just, I don't eat breakfast. I'm not hungry anyway. I used to be super hungry when I woke up, but when I drink my Keto Nat in the morning, I'm not hungry. I just wait to eat until my body says it's time. So that could be 11 a.m., it could be 1 p.m. It depends on the person, depends on the day. But wait to eat till you're hungry, and then ideally a low carb meal, okay? You don't have to do low carb, that's not required. If fat loss is one of your goals though, I recommend low carb. And one of the great things about ketones and how they work is they're gonna help, you know, sort of with that brain signaling that happens where your brain says, I'm hungry, I want carbs. That vicious carb cycle, we are all familiar with it, right? Where you're like, I'm crashing, I need to eat something, I'm kind of hangry. That goes away when you're drinking ketones. It's crazy. So you don't have that constant need to stuff your face with carbs. So if you're paying attention, you will be less hungry and you won't crave carbs as much. And so intermittent fasting works beautifully with this. So you'll have that charge serving, wait to eat till you're hungry, have your low carb meal, and then mid-afternoon, have your decaf ketones. Another option mid-afternoon is to do the Keto Pro. And this is protein with ketones, and it doesn't have any caffeine. It's awesome for if you're working out, you want to, you know, maybe boost your appetite control and give your muscles some extra fuel. I drink the Pro almost every single day. So one or the other, but you can also do both. So sometimes I'll have this in my decaf in the afternoon, and I'll wait till later if I'm snacky after dinner, or if I'm craving something sweet after dinner. Anybody else with a sweet tooth after dinner? Come on. I have my Keto Pro at that time, and I sleep like my husband. It's crazy. I used to be that person that would toss and turn. It took me forever to fall asleep. I would listen to my husband snore for like 2 hours before I could finally fall asleep. But since I've been drinking this in the afternoon to evening hours, I sleep so well. It's crazy. So the Pro is amazing. The dark chocolate is my favorite, and it's dairy free, but we have some other flavors too. So that's just kind of a quick rundown on some products that I use regularly. I saw, Brian, that you mentioned like the Keto Nut Light. These are parent approved. They're little minis. They're so cute. Yes, my kids are obsessed with them. They drink them. If I don't keep them up high, this bag will be empty in like 3 days. So these are like little miniature servings. They're super fun flavors, little lemon, orange sun, strawberry jams, giddy up grape. I love it. I make these into slushies for my kids in the summer, just with ice and water. And like I said, they're about a half a serving and they're decaf. Those are great as a booster as well. So you don't just have to give them to your kids, although your kids will beg for them if you have children. But you guys, ketones are safe for every stage of life. So my kids drink them and my grandma drinks them and everyone in between. So that's super cool. I was actually able to drink ketones throughout my pregnancy as well. And that's something we get asked a lot. Moms are always asking, can I drink them while I'm pregnant or while I'm breastfeeding? My OB approved them. My best advice is take them to your doctor. If you have any type of a medical question or can I drink them if, ... take them to your doctor and just be proactive. Say, hey, is there any reason you think I shouldn't drink these? And remember, you guys, they're more of a macronutrient than anything else. This isn't something that's going to interfere with medications or anything like that. Think of it like food. It's brain fuel. It's fuel for your body. So you've got carbs, right? You've got proteins, fats, and ketones are a fuel source for your brain and your body. So it's a good way of thinking about them. Trying to answer as many of the common questions as I can really quickly here, but if you have questions too, you're welcome to type them in the chat. Now, I thought I saw my friend Scott hop on, and I'd love for him to share his story as well. Scott, are you here? Scott D. Henry. And I don't see him. Okay, it's okay. He might have forgotten. I should have sent him a quick text, but it's okay, you guys. Most important to me is to help people get started in a way that's going to work for them. And like Brian, I see your question, like you're a type 1 diabetic, you took it to your doctor and you're starting with the lights. That's perfect. There's something for everyone. There's definitely a way for you to get started. Let's talk about the pricing a little bit. Let's talk about the best ways to get started. And then for the second half of this call, we're going to talk a little bit more about the opportunity to be rewarded for sharing the conversation. If you are a raving fan or you're becoming one and you're thinking, how could I be rewarded for sharing beyond just the free ketones? And we'll talk about that a little bit more here in a minute. But as far as getting started, I feel like people fall into maybe one of 3 categories. Okay, so maybe you're person number 1, you're sitting there, you're skeptical, you're like, I'm really not sure. My best advice for you would be to just get your hands on some ketones, whether it's a trial pack from the person who invited you to the call tonight, or a Drink Ketones Challenge, the 10-day challenge, or a couple of those if you can do that. Like I said, you can get up to 3 at that introductory cost. Just give them a test drive. See for yourself, like what do you have to lose really if you start drinking them and you start noticing changes for better? This could change everything. And so I think getting started as a customer is a great way to go. When you get on the website and you go to order, make sure you subscribe for Smartship. And I want to talk about what Smartship is for a second. The Smartship is basically our customer loyalty program, and it just allows you to get 22% off whatever you have in your cart each month. And I like it personally because it comes with some great perks. 22% off, so it's like your own personal sale. Whatever you put in that cart every month, whether you want 2 flavors and some Mitoplex, or you want some Pro, some keto cream, whatever's in there, you got your own sale on. I like that. And you can change it anytime up until the day before it ships. So along with the discount though, you're gonna get a free bonus surprise gift every 3rd month of having it on. So if you keep that Smartship active with at least a box in the cart, every 3rd month, so actually the 4th order that you receive, you're gonna get a free gift from Pruvit. And it's a surprise. I like surprises, so that's kind of fun. It's like Christmas. So maybe it's a box of berry blue or strawberry peach. I mean, it's super fun. I love that we're rewarded for just having our Smartship on. And one other thing about it, you guys, is it allows you to participate in our free product program for referrals. So I'm a raving fan. I know I talk about ketones anyway. It just comes up in conversation because I feel amazing when I drink them. And so I'm sharing my referral code all the time. And you can be rewarded for doing that as a customer. Oh my gosh, Scott is here. What up, Scott? Thank you for being on the call. Howdy. How are you doing?
I'm good. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine. So I would love to have you share your story if you have a hot second
I've
to
got a
spend
minute.
with us. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, how's everyone doing? I'm Scott D. Henry. It's good to see all you. How's our Wednesday evening going? Getting a lot of good info from Katrina. Yes, always. I've been drinking ketones now for a year. It's been a year, like almost to the dot. And it's amazing. I don't even like my story changes a lot, and it doesn't change, it evolves because there's so many good things about ketones. But yeah, a year ago I was if you don't know who I am, I've worked construction for a long time. I was a superintendent for a geotechnical construction company. I traveled all over the country. I've done work out of the country, even in Barbados and other places, and I was always away from my family. And so yeah, about a year ago, I was in North Dakota, working on a retaining wall. There was a landslide there, and I was trying to stop the landslide. And I had just mentioned on the fly to one of my coworkers, I think I'm going to start the keto diet again, because I had done it like 4.5 or 5 years prior. Lost a bunch of weight. It was, I didn't mind the keto diet, except for it was almost impossible to do in a hotel room on the road. So my keto diet consisted of buying a rotisserie chicken in the morning and then just picking at it throughout the day. That was my keto diet. And it wasn't fun. It was pretty like awful, and I never felt very good, but I lost weight. So when I told that to him, I was like, "Hey, I'm going to start the keto diet again. Why not? I'm not feeling very good." I was drinking 3 to 5 white monsters a day because my energy was down, and I was away from my family. I was unhappy, but I was on TikTok. And so I was making videos from a hotel room. And even though I was really unhappy and not in a good place, I was trying to make people laugh and smile, making dumb TikTok videos and dances and stuff like that. So he said, "Why don't you try this thing that my wife is doing? You put this packet of powder in water and you drink it. And it's supposed to put you into ketosis just like the keto diet." And I said, "Well, there's no way that there's a product that does that, you liar." I'm sure that's what they claim, whatever. Like, I don't believe it. And he said, "No, for real, try it." She's loving it, and she's lost some weight and she's feeling better. And I was like, "Fine, send me some, whatever." And my mission was to prove it wrong. That's all I wanted to do. I said, "Yeah, send me some so that I can show that there's no way that getting into ketosis is that easy," because it took me a long time doing like strict keto diet. And then if I ate one potato chip, it would kick me out of ketosis. So that was always so fun and frustrating. So they sent me some ketones. And the first thing that I did was, when I first tried it, I ate a bunch of Taco Bell because I was going to prove it wrong. I said, I'm going to make it impossible for this stuff to put me into ketosis. I'm going to eat a bunch of garbage, bunch of burritos and nachos, and see if it still works. And then I drank it, and a half hour later, I did the little pee strip, and lo and behold, I was in ketosis. And even then, I was like, "Okay, so it tricks your body." Like, whatever, cool. It makes your pee look like it's in ketosis. So even then, I didn't believe it and was like, "Nah, I don't know, but I'll keep drinking it." So for the next couple days, I drank it twice a day. And I always talk about the one morning where I always got to work early. So it was like between 6:30. I hadn't had a white monster in a few days. And normally at this time, I had already like pounded a white monster, and I was sipping on my second, like at 6:30 in the morning, which is so healthy. But I hadn't drank one in a few days, and I had my ketones, and I was fueling up our excavator that was on site. And I remember sitting there thinking, why? I just feel really good right now. I feel good. Like I feel clear. I feel awake. It's like, what the heck? This is kind of a weird feeling. Normally I'm like passing out as I'm fueling up this piece of equipment while sipping on a white Monster. Like, just out. But I felt really good. I felt clear. And I know it's the ketones. I was like, oh, this is the effect of ketones. It just makes you feel, you have this good energy, you feel focused. And I didn't have like the brain fog that I had normally had that at that time in the morning. And I was like, okay, this stuff's pretty awesome. Fast forward a year, I haven't had a white Monster since, which is a miracle for me. I went from drinking 3 to 5 a day to not having one in a year. So that's a huge accomplishment that I am just so proud of myself. My family is so happy that I was able to kick that energy drink habit. And I'll drink them every day. I had my first one this morning. I'll have another one here soon. I'll probably have a keto up here tonight because I like the bubbly. And they're really good, and I've got a stash. Sorry if you can't get them. I can.
Lucky.
I've got a stash, and they're so good. And yeah, I love it. And I joined. So when I started seeing the benefits of what it was and what it did for me physically, I was like, this stuff's pretty cool. And then they started talking to me about the business side of it. And I was like, well, I don't know if anyone would buy this from me or if anyone else would be interested. I think it's pretty cool, but we'll see. And I decided to start sharing it because I've never wanted to be a walking commercial on my social media. That's just not who I am. I've never wanted to be the guy on Instagram that's like, look at this pair of socks that I bought the other day. You can get them if you use my discount code. Like I've never been able to do that. I don't know. That's just me. But when I felt that feeling that morning and I felt good and I haven't had an energy drink, I was like, this is a product that I could share that could help a lot of people. It could be beneficial for a lot of people. And I've seen it help my sister. I've seen it help my dad. I've seen it help my brother. I've seen it help Christina. I've seen it help Karen. I've seen it help Amber. I've seen it help dozens and dozens others who have just drank it, have felt better, and it's literally changed some of their lives. And so that's why I share it. Like that's why I share it. That's why I promote it. People give me hate for it because it's network marketing, MLM, whatever. Cool. Millions of people do network marketing. It's another part of it. It's just another business, and some people hate it. Who cares? Cool. Hate me for it. I don't care. It helps people, and it has changed people's lives, and I believe in it. So yeah, hate me all you want for it. Cool. That doesn't bother me because I know that it actually does help people. And so that's why I share it. And that's why I'll always share it. And that's why I hop on these calls to share my story a little bit. So yeah.
Aw, Scott, we love you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Thanks for being so candid and so real.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. I mean, because it's true. And, sharing this conversation was intimidating for me at first too. I had those same thoughts, like, what are people going to think? What are they going to say? But at the same time, what if they really need this right now? What if they really need something that can change their life for better? Maybe they're stuck drinking 5 energy drinks a day like you were. And that's not a fun place to be. You weren't in a good place. And to see you now, like, that's so incredible to see. And I'm super thankful you're here. We love you. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love this business.
It's a ton of fun, right? I mean, come on.
Good times.
So, maybe some of you guys can relate to Scott. Anybody that was an energy drinker or just seeking ways to have energy to get through your long days. That's so relatable. I was drinking tons of coffee, just in survival mode. So that's definitely relatable for me. But I think your liver and your entire body will thank you for no longer putting down that many energy drinks every day.
Yeah, my wife is a nurse practitioner, and she was like, you're just killing yourself right now drinking that many a day. Like, you're just like slowly damaging everything about your body. I was like, oh,
right. Right. Not to mention money, I see in the chat. Like, good point. I used to throw away some serious money at Starbucks, but that's a lot of money in energy drinks. So Anybody that's like, gosh, is this a little expensive? Well, think of what you're spending money on right now that you might not need to spend money on anymore if you're just feeling awesome. It was snacks and treats and junk for me. It was coffee drinks. I mean, those like frappuccinos, like the ventis with all the whipped cream and like 1,000 grams of sugar. Crazy that I used to put that stuff in my body, but I did, and I was addicted. So yeah, this is definitely a healthier alternative. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the opportunity side, because I know we have some friends here that have questions. You've stuck with us this long, you might as well listen to how we can get you paid for sharing the conversation, right? So I think, like I said, there's 3 ways people get started. I mentioned to you guys the first 2. A person who just needs to stick their toe in the water, grab a 10-day challenge kit as a customer, opt in for Smartship. A little savvy on getting free stuff. If you refer 2 friends and they use your customer referral code with Smartship, you're going to start earning free ketones. And I just have to say, I don't know any other companies out there. Like if I walked into GNC right now and I go, hey, I want to buy this, protein or whatever. By the way, I've got 2 friends with me. I'd like to get mine for free because they're going to buy it too. They'd look at me like I was crazy, right? Like they're not going to give me anything for free. But Pruvit does. We are rewarded for sharing. So all you need is 2 friends that order with your referral code as a customer, and you start earning what we call Pruvit bucks. So that's, we call them free tones, right? It's the free product, and that's just credited to your account so you can get your Smartship for free. You basically pay tax and shipping each month, which is like 20 bucks. So if anyone ever tells me like, oh, I just can't afford it, look, we can make it so affordable, like so affordable for you. Free is pretty affordable. So what if though, you know more than 2 people? Chances are pretty much everybody on this call knows more than 2 people. And maybe you're a little savvy, you think, you know what, I could share this conversation. I'd like to know what that would look like to be able to make some extra money and get my ketones for free. I think I've got my friend Keisha on the call. She's going to share her business story of why she got started as a promoter. And I think she was a little skeptical about this business model too at the time, maybe had a little past failure that she was not sure she could do this business and be successful, but her story is amazing. So I would love for you to share, Keisha, if you can unmute and share with us for a couple minutes.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm a little skeptical. It only took me 2.5 years to say yes. So I got approached about ketones probably 2 years prior to drinking it. And then a good girlfriend of mine also approached me 3 different times, and I was a no person. My background's in health and nutrition, so I tend to read everything. I'm a carb counter, in the past, I used to be a carb counter, calorie counter, sugar counter. Let's just say it consumed my life. But now it's so much different having ketones. I am a mom to 2 little ones, a 3-year-old and a 20-month-old. So thank God I had found ketones prior to drinking or prior to getting pregnant, because I drank them during both pregnancies and while nursing. I'm not a doctor. So obviously if you are trying to conceive or have babies or are pregnant, obviously ask your doctor, but I got consulted with my doctor and they approved it. But before having babies, I was fatigued, had some imbalances of my, women's stuff and just wasn't feeling quite myself, very fatigued and just tired all the time. A lot of times I was couch ridden, bedridden, just super unmotivated, had some health scares and health stuff go on. And my girlfriend Jody hit me up and was like, you got to try this stuff. It's amazing. And how many of you see the word keto and ketones and think, oh God, I'm not doing that. Like, that's the keto diet. Like, I don't do the keto diet. It's too hard. That was me. So I immediately wrote it off. Nope, not for me. I don't do the diet. She's like, no, it's different. It's not the diet. It's the ketones that the diet does when you do the diet. And I was like, I call BS, just like Scott. I'm like, there's no way. And then 3rd time, she's like, listen, if you just would you just look at this stuff, the ingredients, tell me what you think. I know your background's in health and nutrition, and I know you're sensitive stuff, like just look into it for me. I'm like, yeah, sure. And I wanted to prove her wrong, and it worked. So she was right. I was wrong. I tried it, didn't really feel anything the first few days. So if you're someone that's either on a 5-day or 10-day and not feeling anything, the feeling isn't necessarily like an energy drink or coffee. For me, it was more sustainable energy, almost like a euphoric feeling. But just be patient. I just want to encourage anyone. Like I have people I work with, I've been on this stuff for 4.5 years now, who will try a 5-day or 10-day and they just don't feel anything in the first 5 days and they give up and they're like, it's not working. I'm like, well, you're not going to lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Like, it's not like a magic stick of like, weight be gone. No, it takes some time. It took me time. Day 3, I felt the focus, but thought it was placebo. How many of you thought that when you drank? You're like, maybe this is all in my head. Like my friend talked so highly about it. That was me. So I still was like, uncertain. Day 5, I felt that burst of energy. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go to the gym. I want to go to the run on the beach. Like the whole day I was happy. I was like my old self. And I'm like, this stuff actually works. I called her. I was like, whatever you gave me, I'm all in. I will share this with every woman I know. Most of us women talk about wanting to lose weight, digestive issues. We're just messed up. Okay. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking all of my friends that could benefit from this product, whether they needed energy, needed to lose weight or just feel better. I'm like, this could be huge. This is in 2017. And I haven't looked back since. I've been sharing this conversation in a big way. I've probably shared it with over 22,000 people. I've helped people get it for free and just be a customer, but I've also helped women get unstuck, like step into their greatness and inspire other people to live their best life through the business. So it's been pretty empowering for me to see that everyone's looking for a way to feel better, but also a way to contribute, right? Or to feel like they have purpose and help people. Like how many of you want to help people? Like almost every one of you will raise your hand. Like that's like in our human DNA to want to help people. And the product, it sells itself, honestly. Like I've had people within the first day or two will try it and feel it right away. I didn't lose any weight, to be honest with you guys, till day 30. So if you're someone that's trying to lose weight, be patient, kind of tweak it like what Katrina was talking about earlier. There's ways to kind of help the weight loss, but also know everyone's journey is a little different. Some people are super stressed out. So when you're stressed out, clearly your body stores weight for protection. So there's a lot of factors that play into people's bodies. So just be patient with it. Obviously make sure you drink water and stuff, but I'm sold still. Like it's crazy just to hear Scott's journey and just a year ago. And he was so skeptical, and Michael and I got the privilege to talk to him and just hear where he was at. And I'm like, what if this actually worked? What if this got you off those monsters Holly's been trying to get you off, you know? And so when I hear him talk, I'm like, I'm so grateful that he said yes, because the domino effect and ripple effect that he's helped with people, customers and promoters. I'm like, it's bigger than what we know. And it's not just losing weight. It's like people, life-changing stuff is happening, some in which that are medical claims that we can't even share. And so it's pretty gnarly when you get those texts and you're like, you can't like make this stuff up, you know, like this is really like legit science backed up stuff. So that being said, I've been doing this 4.5 years strong alongside with Katrina and the women. And I'm just really, really inspired by what we have here and what this has done for people's community. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I think at the end of the day, just drink it, tweak it to, you know, whatever Katrina, what works best for you. You'll be in ketosis within 60 minutes or less, and it works. I think people try to find ways for it not to work, kind of like I was. So, I mean, I always say like, yeah, Scott, yeah. So just believe, have faith, be patient, enjoy the process, and you guys will do great. I think it's great.
I love it, Keisha. Thank you so much for sharing. And, you know, one of the things I love most about you, Keisha, is just your heart to help other people, how you just lead with passion and your excitement and enthusiasm to change people's lives for better. And you're always working and hustling. I love that about you. But you guys, Keisha's pretty modest and pretty shy. She doesn't always share her successes. So I'm just going to brag on her for a second, because you guys, she came into this business. Yeah, she was skeptical, like she said. And yeah, she wasn't sure. Maybe she'd tried a couple other businesses from home, wink, wink, but hadn't had great success. Well, you guys here, because of this amazing product, like she said, we lead with the product, but because of ketones and this amazing conversation, she was able to earn a Tesla, you guys. I mean, she has put her blood, sweat, and tears into helping other people. And because of that, like there's a direct correlation between that ripple effect that she's had in impacting 22,000 people's lives for better. And yeah, she's driving a paid for Tesla. It's so cute and decked out. I wish she could show it on screen.
It's like a unicorn.
It looks like a unicorn car. It's crazy. But like, I think that's kind of a pinch me thing that maybe she didn't expect. Am I right, Keisha? Like the freedoms that you have, the financial side, it's maybe not what you thought would happen, but
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because when I earned it, we earned it. It was my team. It was people helping other people. And I still look at it because I'm not motivated by money. I'm not motivated by things or stuff. It just isn't my motivation. However, when I see, you know, Karen Sloan's life being changed or Scott's being changed or Christina, I mean, I can name you all. I see your faces, but it's like the process that it took to get there to and watch their journeys unfold is really what gets me up in the morning and be excited about it. Like I've gone from working 3 jobs my entire life since age 13, hustle and grind. And I lived in California up until like 2 months ago. And I worked 3 jobs and I've never made more than $2,000 a month in my life. And then I come here and I'm like, fearful, right? Because I'm like, what if it goes away? And what if this ends? And what if, you know, all the what ifs? And I was like, but if I just keep helping people, then that's what you get rewarded for it, right? And it just kept building and kept growing. And I was making money and paying off debt and paying off credit cards. And I had only now been doing Pruvit. And I'm like, this is weird. I'm not used to having one job. Like, maybe I should focus on something else just in case this goes away. So I had all those doubts and insecurities around like the what ifs. And I don't know, like I surrendered and it's God's hands. He's got a plan for me. And I just realized that this is something that not only can change my life and my family's life, but also thousands of other people. And I think that it's very hard to find a job that people aren't working 9 to 5 or find a job that they love or are away from their family and they only see their kids at night, right? To put them to bed. I'm like, I never want to be in that position. And so the work that I put into building this was for my family and for helping other people. And so they can be home. Like, I'll never forget Scott's story. I get a little teary eyed because his goal was to be home with his family, not to be away in a different state every single weekend or every month or whatever his schedule was, working 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. or p.m. on Monday through Saturday. I'm like, dude, let me help you. Like, we can do this, but we do it together. And I think that that's what I love the most is it isn't, you know, thrown in the wolves, go figure it out on your own and you do it by yourself. You have an army of people, and the community has been honestly like family to me, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
I love it. It's so awesome. I love that too. I mean, it's so true. What you said, the system that we have, the community that we have, that we surround you to help you become successful, even when you doubt yourself, that is priceless. And that's something that's kind of rare to find, you guys. Do you have a team of people around you supporting you right now to win bigger, to hit all your goals in life? If you don't have that, like you may have just stumbled upon what you've been looking for. And I'm here to tell you, like, this is what you're hoping that it is. And so let's just talk about getting started. And thank you, Keisha, so much, because that really struck chords in my heart for sure. And I think some people here are looking for those freedoms too, looking for more freedom for their time and finances. So we're just going to talk about the how part now. We're going to talk about how you can do that, how you can get started. You guys, it's simple. We do have a super simple system. And we have an amazing rewards plan to back it up so that you can be rewarded for sharing. I want to talk about the system first because I think so many people don't know what this business looks like and how it would even play out in their day. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that anyone can make time for this business. You might be a very busy person. I know I am. You might have a lot on your plate, but because of the system that we have, you can be successful because it's really simple. It's the simpler you keep it, the more success you're going to have. And our system is this, you guys. We use the acronym ACE. It's Attract, Connect, Experience. And attract is how you have conversations. It's you telling your story. It's you sharing your experience with ketones. That could be face-to-face, text messages to friends. It could be social media. You get to decide how, but we'll coach you and we'll give you advice on the best ways to word things and be successful with attracting. The next step, you guys, is connect. Connect is where you put us, your team, to work for you. We have awesome resources and we've got an amazing support team for you. So if people are asking you questions and you're just sharing, you're brand new, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to know anything, literally, about ketones. You can be successful. All you have to do is connect and use your team. So connect is huge, you guys. And then experience. I would say we lean so heavily on the fact that ketones just work. When you drink them, you're in ketosis and you feel good, you feel amazing. And when you share those experiences with others, they feel awesome too. So it's pretty cool how that works, right? So it's attract, connect, experience. And you guys, this is why we have promoter packs available. I'm going to talk about the promoter packs for a hot second because I think it's so important to have tangible product, like experiences that you can literally grab out of your purse or your man bag or your trunk of your car or whatever, and just say, oh my gosh, you've got to try this stuff. This is how I got started. Someone literally met me with these and let me try them. And I wouldn't have spent $100 and something on a website that I didn't know enough about. I started with a little experience, just like this. And so that's why we have those promoter packs. You guys, when you go in to the back office cloud, if you're already a customer, or onto the website if you've never ordered before, and you click join us promoter, you'll see we have 2 promoter packs available, the brand builder packs. One is the mini pack, it's 100 servings of ketones. One is the max pack, and that one's 200 servings, you guys. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna bundle that up as trial packs, 5 days and 10 days. So if you found 10 people to do a 10-day trial, you could sell the entire mini brand builder pack. If you found 20 people to do a 10-day trial, then you've sold an entire max brand builder pack. So one thing I would say is I've tried other businesses from home before where you have a big upfront cost and you aren't going to be able to recuperate that cost. I've tried other businesses. One was like a skincare thing. I got this whole kit of stuff that I didn't know how to personally use and I couldn't sell it. And I was out the money. I was out like $1,500. That is not how this works in this business. Here we have little 5 and 10-day trials that you can literally sling like hotcakes, you guys. For me, it was my mom. Oh my gosh, you've got to try this stuff. 10 days, she Venmo'd me, right? Or my best friend, my sister-in-law. Before I realized it, I had all my friends that were just going to do a trial and give me their honest feedback with drinking them for 5 or 10 days. And that is how I launched my business. So simple. I led with the experiences. And so those promoter packs are there for you to launch your business. Like I said, there's the mini or the max, but you can profit off of those packs right off of the top of your cost of enrolling. You can actually make an awesome profit. So it's only $49 annual to become a promoter, and that will get you your own active website for a year. That's a once a year fee. There's no other monthly fees. There's no quotas. But if you enroll with a promoter pack, I really believe it sets you up for better success because you've got experiences that then other people can try the ketones with you, and that will launch your business. So like I said, get with the person who invited you to this call tonight. If you're thinking of enrolling as a promoter, we can give you some more detail on which pack would be best for you. But those are the 2 options we have right now. And you guys, one of the reasons I say it's so important for people to try the ketones and to really lead with those experiences is because it sets you up for such success for our Go Challenge. And our Go Challenge is our Fast Start bonus program. I feel like I have a frog in my throat, excuse me. But the Go Challenge is just your opportunity to earn extra cash on top of commission. So whether or not you join with a pack, whether or not you've got trials out to people, you have the opportunity to run for these Go Challenge bonuses. But I think if you have trials out in your market, kind of like pregame before your Go Challenge begins, you're set up for success because those people that do those trial packs are then going to become your first customers and even promoters. You'll be amazed how many people are like, I love this stuff. I want to tell everyone about it too. And they end up joining your team. But so it sets you up for success for the Go Challenge, okay? So the Go Challenge is basically your chance to run for this extra cash. You've got a 2-week goal that's $250 cash. You've got a 30-day goal that's $500 cash. I mean, to me, you guys, I'm just going to be real. That's a ton of cash. That was a ton to me when I got started. I was like dead broke. My husband had lost his job. He had lost his unemployment, and we were like living here in San Diego without an income. I was looking for any way to create income. And when I heard you could run for this 250 cash and this 500 cash plus make commission, I'm like, heck yes, I'm grabbing all of that. So if you're a little competitive or you're in a state of needing to make money quickly, that is possible here. And I want you guys to know how real that is. So that extra cash, that it comes with the Go Challenge. The cool thing is every single month with Pruvit, you can run for extra cash called the MVP multiplier as well. There's tons of perks to our compensation plan. It's not like one I've ever seen before, but my favorite part about it is how duplicatable it is and how simple. And the fact that it's all based on how many people you're helping feel better. And so that's it. I mean, in a nutshell, the business is all about helping people. Maybe you're sitting here and you're thinking tonight, like, oh my gosh, I can think of 5 people or 10 people that I know could benefit from this. They've got to at least try it. You know, get back with the person who invited you. We can jump on a guest call just for you and your friends. We'll make it work and we can have those conversations. But I'm super excited. I'm so thankful for every single one of you guys for staying on the call so long tonight. And just sticking with us and hearing all the information. I know there were some questions in the chat that I probably missed, but again, I really appreciate you all and thank you for your time. And if you guys have questions, I'm an open book. Send me a friend request on Facebook, get with the person who invited you and we can answer those questions on the side. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Everybody have a wonderful Wednesday night and hopefully see you soon.